do we just create a situation where this guy can just lie to women endlessly? Personally, I'd say I hate liars. The things I want to do to liars, I can't even say on YouTube. Wait, she was his only friend on Facebook. What? Which one is the best prey for this predator? This guy's evil. I totally agree. Look, I totally tuned out for some of that. If he's telling people to cut off their friends, that's bad. That's not a good sign. That's a very bad sign. See, this is what I mean. These guys deserve this. This is so deserved. Harry Sisson convinced 11 different women that he had no roster and respected them for more than their bodies. So for those who don't know, Harry Sisson is one of the Dean Withers crew. He's like in the group with Dean Withers and Parker and all that lot. They're like Democrat shills. I've actually got a couple of videos maybe I should show to prime you a little bit. Yeah, look at this guy.
And I lived there for only like a year, and then I moved to Dubai.
So this is he's a politics influencer. He's an American politics influencer paid by the Dems. Pretty sure.
I was born in Singapore, and I lived there for only like a year, and then I moved to Dubai, and I lived there for 5 years, and then I moved to Dublin, Ireland. I lived there for around 9, so that's pretty much where I grew up. And then I moved to the United States and went to high school here, and now I'm going to college here.
So he's like some giga rich kid who's been all over the world. And now he's just landed in like a politics influencer job. Alright, man. You're like a turbo skinwalker. You're like a total reptile. You're not even American. Just totally faking. You're Singaporean. And then he's got this as well. This obviously the groypers are loving this one.
This is why when you go to all of the men out there who are going around to women saying, your body, my choice, number one, you're weird. Number two, this is why women don't like you. This is why when you go to the bar, they don't come home with you. And that girl that you were talking to in the bar and she went to find her friends, she wasn't looking for her friends. She was looking for the door to get away from you. Just respect people. It's that easy. My God. Of the men out.
So, yeah, obviously, just like all the virtue signaling this guy does, all the hand-wringing is just, like, absolutely wretched. So, it's great to see him get outed for being, for violating consent, okay? He's a consent violator. Very f***ed up guy, very evil guy, very nasty, very evil, nasty guy. That's the thing about these guys, these Democrat shill eunuchs. They will do anything they think they can get away with. Make no mistake. If one of these guys, they're like Patrick Bateman, basically. You have to like look at like Patrick Bateman or Terrell Wellick from Mr. Robot to understand these guys. They will just, if you leave them alone, if they feel like a homeless man will take money to get the shit beaten out of them, and they're like in a kind of mood where they just want to take it something, they would do that. They're these kind of guys. They're the kind of guys that just would like strangle a woman in the street. Like, just because there's no one around and they don't think they'd be caught. Like, it's that's the mindset these guys approach life with. You can see it in Dean Withers' eyes. You can see it in Harry Sisson's eyes. You can see it in the way he treats women. So we're going to take a look at this thread. We're going to see exactly what he was up to here. Exactly what this degenerate, disgusting behavior this guy was up to. Harry Sisson convinced 11 different women that he had no roster and respected them for more than their bodies while persuading them to send explicit photos of themselves through Snapchat, including one from a domestic abuse survivor. So having to lie to manipulate women is already incredibly shameful. It's like unbecoming. The fact you have to go so far as to tell mistruths or lies or deceive in order to manipulate is shameful. You should just be able to glide through, not really saying anything. You shouldn't really have to say much at all. They should do it themselves, essentially. Explicit photos of themselves through Snapchat, including one from a domestic abuse survivor. Oh, so he's targeting victims. I see. I won't even ask questions about whether he knew she was a domestic abuse survivor. I'll just assume he was targeting her for predatory intent. I think I'll just assume that about him because I don't like him. Let's carry on. When the women discovered each other one by one, he called them all insane and attempted to coerce one of them into telling the public that the photos were fake. Smearing victims? No good, Harry. No good at all. No good. What a terrible, terrible person this guy is. I hate him. Disgusting individual. I think he should be cancelled. A request to the reader. Set political differences to the side. I believe both sides of the aisle can agree This is unacceptable. Behavior from a man-child with collectively over 2 million followers. Thread here. Let's see, what have we got? So there's like a photo here of like his messages, I guess. He says, "I'd fuck you raw after wine tasting, but that's just me." Wow. She's looking quite young in these photos as well. I gotta say, like, you're seeing like her with these pumpkins and shit. I mean, I don't imply anything, but this is a full-grown man. Apparently, he was texting 18-year-old girls, teenagers. A full-grown 23-year-old man texting teenagers, 18-year-olds. Disgusting. I'm frankly disgusted. So remember, guys, full-grown man texting teenage. Full-grown man texting teenagers. That's the line. Okay, guys. Okay. Several of the women involved have made their stances public, but the videos are not receiving much traction. While Harry Sisson continues to collect millions of views for his videos claiming he is a supporter of women and a champion for women's rights. Let's see.
I've been trying to figure out how I want to word a video regarding this. But I think what I'm going to just say is I've never been the woman that has called out behavior like this. I've never been one of these people. And if you have been,
I don't have a deleted one. Send me stuff
fucking props to you.
If you need to.
Because I don't think anybody could comprehend how genuinely terrifying it is to do something like this. Yeah. I really, send me how you stop having fucking heart palpitations.
Okay, she's going a bit overboard there. I support her. That's me. I love women. I'm all about women. I totally just don't hate this guy. But there is a real criticism here, obviously. I'm sure people have, you know, plenty of people some other coverage on this stuff. But obviously there's a real criticism here. You shouldn't lie to women. You shouldn't mislead women, obviously. You should be upfront about your intentions. And it is kind of scummy. It's pretty scummy and I understand why there'd be a call-out post too. The thing is that typically I'm like looking for like a clear and present danger or something like that to justify leaking sexual details. But this is all online stuff. So his level of investment with her is already quite low. I don't feel there's a big betrayal of trust there. And also, like, betrayal of privacy, I should say, because he's already betrayed trust pretty egregiously. I wouldn't really expect her to maintain trust with him. But privacy, there isn't really a huge expectation of privacy there. And also, it's like, if you, like, what? Do we just create a situation where this guy can just lie to women endlessly? Like, ultimately, if you're lying to a bunch of women to get nudes from them online, and they find out that's happening, yeah, they're going to make a post. Because they want to tell other people that you might be lying to, that you're lying to them too. And I don't like lying. I'm not a big fan of lying. I don't know about you guys. Personally, I'd say I hate liars. The things I want to do to liars, I can't even say on YouTube, okay? Because that's how much I fucking hate liars. So when I see someone like Harry Sisson, who's lying, like, not once or twice, but like 10 or 11 times, that's disgusting to me. I'm sickened. I'm sick to my stomach when I see people like Harry Sisson. Anyway, let's carry on. Carly, one of Harry's victims, has described the situation in the most detail. Summary of her video. Okay, don't summarize her videos. I'd rather watch them. Let's watch this 5-minute video here.
I got played by a TikTok influencer for 9 months, and I think it's time that I expose his trashy ass behavior. We started talking in May of last year, right before my birthday, and he like wooed me. He was very kind.
So it's been on for ages.
Felt really excited and thankful that I found somebody who, at the time, I thought respected me for more than my physical appearance. And yeah, I literally could have never imagined or even like fathomed what was gonna end up happening after talking for 9 months. I'm really embarrassed to admit this, but I created a private story on Snapchat for just him and named it For Your Eyes Only, and he loved it.
Wow.
He loved the attention that I was giving him. And
I mean, okay, does that really prove anything, though, if you create a private story? Should you really be that impressed by that? Couldn't she theoretically be, like, have, like, multiple private stories with multiple guys where she's taking one photo and putting it on all the private stories? Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. You're kind of retired for a guy and you're getting brought in by that, not gonna lie.
The fact that he knew that I wasn't entertaining anybody else the way I was entertaining him. Within the first 2 to 3 months, he had told me on 2 separate occasions that I was wife material and that he was, quote unquote, sold on my wifey application. He was frequently saving my snaps and just like making me feel good about myself, call me beautiful and gorgeous. So
wow.
It's like,
love bombing.
how could
Disgusting
I not read
stuff.
into that? 6 months into talking, he suddenly...
This just disgusts me. The idea that there's guys out there that are like complimenting women when they try, like when they're talking to them, it's like, dude, what are you doing? You should be like completely detached, cold, you know, aloof to the point of appearing autistic. Like that's the idea that there's this guy out there who's not only lying to women but going like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. It's like, oh god, you're disgusting me, sickening to me.
Is like, I'm not looking for any commitment and I'm not in a place to find anything long term right now.
Stone cold and ready to pull the trigger.
Blah, blah,
exactly.
Blah. And like I was understanding. I was fine keeping things casual. However, I couldn't help but feel that he led me on. And he even admitted to that. He's like, yeah, that's on me for like not making my intentions clearer. Okay. He tells me a couple more times after that he doesn't want commitment. And then next thing I know, he's posting a soft launch thirst trap of him and his new girlfriend 2 weeks ago. Actually, prior to this, I had found out that
what an evil guy. What a sick,
fucked around with
disgusting
somebody
loser.
else by him
I hate
going
this
live
guy.
on TikTok and showing hickeys on his neck. That's how I literally found
Bro is 23. You're 23 showing off hickeys on TikTok. Like, you're 23 years old showing off hickeys on TikTok live. Grow up, man. Seriously, grow up, man.
out that he was fucking around. And so I confronted him about it, right? Like any normal person would do. And he got all defensive and started like gaslighting me. Basically saying that I was like overreacting and all this stuff. And I was like, you're kidding me, right? Keep in mind, he was well aware of the fact that I was very depressed following a very traumatic car accident that I had been in. And he still took advantage of my sadness. Anywho, I forgot to mention, but we were mutuals on TikTok, mutuals on Instagram. I was his only friend on Facebook, and I have receipts of this, of course, but he's trying to remove me from everything.
Wait, she was his only friend on Facebook. What?
He demanded that I unsave everything on Snapchat because he had a new girlfriend, and it was like out of respect for her. Bro, you don't know the first thing about respecting women. Jump to last night, I find out that he was leading somebody else on at the same time he was leading me on. And my world was shook. I DM'd her because I saw a comment she left on his backup account, I guess is what you could call it. And she was like, oh my god, I think we went through the same thing. And I was like, no freaking way, girl, spill. And so, long story short, we talked literally probably 6-7 hours last night, exposing everything. Early on in the conversation, she tells me that he had told her in December that he had no roster. What the fuck do you call me? You're talking to me for 7 months at that point, and you're gonna say that you have no roster. I see. She shared screenshots of their conversations.
No. He wasn't being honest, because I'm pretty sure it's months into the relationship that he's saying he doesn't want to be committed, after already basically constantly implying committed relationship. And then six months in or something, he's like, oh yeah, I didn't actually want to be committed. I was calling you wifey and saying you're wife material because I wanted to fuck you. Basically. Thank you for the $29.99 PLN, Crantic. Huge appreciated. This Harry guy sounds sauce. Thank you.
I shared screenshots of ours, and we basically came to the conclusion that he is a despicable, disgusting fuckboy.
Yeah, 6 months of him receiving nudes from her, basically.
Almost 2 million followers and preaches respect for women and believing women, blah, 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 blah. And then he disrespected us so grossly. Asked for extremely intimate images. Made us both think that we were the only one he was talking to. And then he started dating somebody else. So we have no idea how long she was in the picture. This is just a very broad outline of the story, and I'm more than happy to do a follow-up.
How do you e-date and not meet up by month 3? Well, I mean, I assume that he didn't want to, right? Basically, here's the game that I'm imagining he's playing, basically. So he's got a bunch of plates spinning. He's mainly focusing on his work stuff. And he's got all these plates spinning, and he's just trying to, like, you know, see which one's most into it, which one's most, you know, pliable or manipulable, which one is the best prey for this predator. And then he selects one and leaves the others by the wayside, right?
Up with receipts and more details, but I literally could not sit on this information for any longer, and I had to just get it out there because I quite literally could have burst into flames at this point because I'm so angry. But yeah, he's wishing everyone a happy International Women's Day after telling...
But you can tell, this is just like what rich kids do now. Like this sort of rich kid who is like, you know, jetted from Singapore to Dubai to Ireland to America. This sort of skinwalking rich kid. These guys used to just like join a small town football team and they'd be allowed to violate women because of that. Now they have to become influencers. That's the real truth here. Is now they have to become Democrat shills.
I was born in Singapore, and I lived there for only like a year, and then I moved to Dubai, and I lived there for 5 years.
Yeah, it used to be that they would just like, you know, rape a woman in an alley behind behind prom or whatever, and the local judge would just let them off because they got a bright future. Now they have to do these horrendous mind games, these complicated mind games, where they're just carrying out their sick, disgusting will on any unsuspecting prey they can find. That is the problem with these guys.
I moved to Dublin, Ireland. I lived there for around 9, so that's pretty much where I grew up. And then I moved to the United States and went to high school here, and now I'm going to college here.
It's disgusting. Disgusting.
On live earlier that I'm insane. So, yeah. You're clocked, buddy.
Harry has kind of rapey eyes, yeah. And so does Dean. Dean has severe rape eyes. What have we got here? He's in the shower. I think that's a great idea, he says. God damn it, he says. Well, I certainly desire you. Okay. Ugh. Yuck. I never lied to you. We were not exclusive, and I made it abundantly clear I didn't want that, and you said that was fine. I haven't done anything that wasn't allowed within the parameters we set. What, and why are you screenshotting? Owned. Yo! Thank you for the 50 Canadian Louis SLV. Hugely appreciated. Let's read the stoner out. Okay, this is an important one. Freddie told me to give you the 50 and give an apology. So this is in reference to Freddie and Louis made a bet in Discord the other day about whether my set would ever be finished within the year. Louis made a bet that my set wouldn't be finished this year. Now, the set was already basically finished when he made that bet. I was deciding whether I was going to do other stuff to it before I reveal it or not. I chose not to, and I chose to just go with it as it is. So this guy's totally raped. I'm sorry for ever doubting you and showing a set before the end of the year. You're efficient and waste no time. You're right. Sonic Unleashed is better than any FromSoft game, Bloodborne included. GG. Very true. That's facts. Thank you for the $50, Louis. And Freddie for winning it for me. Thank you. Okay. Harrison's saying, you look great. Phil was pretty great, I can't lie. Can't Kuihman go in the crystal too? Okay. Yeah, okay. So just this shit. Alright. Snapchats. Just him in bed and shit. I'm fighting for accountability, not only for myself, but on behalf of everyone else who believed this guy was someone he's not. To this day, he has yet to acknowledge that he did anything wrong, and that's really sad. However, I have to say I'm beyond blessed, and frankly, shocked to have connected with so many amazing people over this horrible experience. Thank you for confirming that my feelings throughout these 9 months were valid. Preach. True. I'm on board. End this guy's career now. Take this guy out back. As more women came forward, it determined that 11 women were played by Harry.
If he had flat told us, hey, I am talking to other people. When we asked, when all, like, a fucking dozen of us asked, hey, are you talking to anybody? Instead, he lied and said he did not have a roster and that he was not talking to anybody. That's
wow. Evil stuff. Disgusting stuff. Another victim of Harry, Sarah, provided a long, detailed video of her experience. I clipped for the sake of time, but you can find her full video on the TikTok platform. Sarah is a DV survivor. Oh no. She'd post about her DV experience in October of 2024 for DV Awareness Month. That Harry, I guarantee, yeah, I won't say I guarantee. I'm schizo divining that Harry saw that and decided to prey on her, specifically because of that. No other reason. He didn't even find her attractive, probably. It's just a power play in this sick predator's head. Sarah is a DV survivor. She had posted about her DV experience in October of 2024 for DV Awareness Month. Receipts are of her and her ex. Following this experience is when she was convinced by Harry to share explicit photos of herself and was told that she was the only one.
He did inform me that there was no roster.
Like, what? I don't even understand. What is the point of adding, like, there is something wrong with this guy's mind. There's something seriously fucked up in this guy's head. You're a TikTok politics eunuch, okay? Why are we hitting up, like, I've seen the other girls you're hitting up. Why are we hitting up old ladies like this? Why are we hitting up, whatever's going on, this crystal mummy thing? What's going on here? Surely you can do a little bit better. You were doing better. You were doing better. We saw the other girls you were talking to. Like, this girl's not too bad at all. A little bit MJ, but not too bad at all. Yeah, for some reason, randomly, you were just like, yeah, I want hags. I'm going to risk my career for hags. Okay.
He did inform me that there was no roster, essentially implying I was the only person he was talking to, the only person he was receiving photos from, and I was, again, fine with that, but of course,
yeah, that's your grave
they're
robbing.
going to tell me that there's no roster and I'm the only person you're talking to.
Wait, what was that? Louis can double it for nothing if Queen will get a haircut this year. Fuck that, lol. There's no way he keeps his cut. Maybe. Who knows? You definitely have a lot to offer, no doubt. I think right now I can't do exclusivity. Not because I'm getting nudes from a bunch of girls or fucking girls and stuff. Okay, so he just lied here. This guy's just lying. I can't show you this perfectly, but, or maybe if I zoom out more. That can I do? Because I just don't think I'll be able to commit 100% something. Also, we live in different states. Exclusivity would be hard, so I'm not balancing a bunch of girls at once. My mind and energy just other places right now. I don't have much more to give. Wow. Wow. It's not that there's competition. I'm not getting nudes from a bunch of girls or hanging out with a bunch of girls, I think. Or hanging up with a bunch of girls, I don't know. So, I mean, that was a total lie. He's totally lying. Totally, you know, disrespecting honest career sales like myself. One of the women, who is terrified of Harry's retaliation, has stated that Harry assured her the screenshots were all fake, but also told her that he doesn't feel bad about lying about personal things. He told her he didn't lie to her, though. He then asked if she wouldn't mind telling people that she'd seen screenshots from him proving they were fake, even though she had not. Wow. What a manipulative, evil guy this guy is. He'll get away with anything he can. Despicable, truly. I have been provided the evidence for this, however, she doesn't want to have the screenshots provided publicly. Okay, so we don't know that's proven. Harry's video of this thirst trap. It's unclear if the new girlfriend is aware of the other women, but after this date, I'm pretty sure she will be made aware. Harry has not apologized for his behavior and called all these women insane, as seen from the top of the thread. End thread. Okay, and then she's saying she's a DV survivor. Diana, another woman, tells her story. Let's see this.
I slept all of 1 hour over the last 2 days because of this shit. So you're getting a speed run of my side, and then I'm never fucking talking about this again because this was insanely ridiculous. For me personally, this wasn't that deep in the aspects of relationship issues because I knew that this guy was a player.
See, like, this girl's okay too. I don't understand why he was hitting up that, like, you know, like, single mother. I don't get it. Like, what the fuck? Why was she in there? Okay.
We started talking, like, 2 years ago. Stopped talking a few days after New Year's, a few days before the TikTok ban, somewhere in there. And it was on and off for those years, very casual. The part that pissed me off was that this almost cost me a friendship with a really great girl. As you guys know, he was on my live on a panel, like, right after the election.
Wow.
I let him up on the panel. He was there. Whatever.
Shoot, they be running TikTok debate panels?
Said something about
what's going on over there?
Wanting
I kind of knew
more
that anyway.
women to get into the debate space, and if you wanted to DM me. And so Reese, my good friend, did. She DM'd me. This was also to find out if him and I were talking because of the way that he acted towards me in the live and the way that I reciprocated that. She DM'd me and asked me if him and I were talking, and I said no because I didn't know her and didn't want people in my business, and I had spent 2 years keeping that violently under wraps.
Every piece of TikTok political content I've tried watching has been fucking horrendous. Like, actually just shamefully bad.
From you guys. And then I found out that she was talking to him. And so I backed off. I didn't speak to him after that for a good long while because I'm not going to sit here and compete for a fucking TikToker. And then her and I became friends. She would come up on my panel. We talked on the phone before and after lives constantly. We got really close. And then one day I get a DM. The DM was from this guy. He said, basically, I need you to do me a favor. I said, what was the favor? He said, I need you to block Reese. And me, I wanted to get both sides of the story. And so, long story short, I communicated with her. I communicated with him. He told me that everything she told me was fake, a lie, and that she was crazy. And because I knew him for 2 years, and because I thought that he was a half decent person, like maybe a player, but a half decent person, I blocked her. And that's something I have to take responsibility for, is that I allowed a guy to use me to aid in ostracizing a girl from the internet completely, because he didn't like that she talked to her friends and a couple of texts got leaked. The rest of me and him talking was still
this
casual,
guy's crazy.
but I had been in a position at that point where I didn't want something casual anymore. I didn't want
this guy's a total
to
lunatic.
mess around like that anymore. I
guy's
wanted
evil.
something serious. I told him so. I basically told him, hey, I'm going to be in DC at this time. If you're not there, I'm taking this as a sign not to talk to you anymore. He said he was going to be there, and then a couple days later said he wasn't going to be there. Took it as a sign, stopped talking to him. He ended up being there, and I violently avoided him while I was there. We did not see each other, we did not interact, but we're in town at the same time. I wasn't talking to him when he did this soft launch. He wasn't talking to me. However, yes, it is true, he still has things saved in our chats as of right now. I'm gonna be communicating that to get that gone when I get off of here. I don't think the hus would approve of that being there. So yeah, that's my side. If you want to hear
Harry is saving all that shit.
Much more serious.
Harry's saving all that shit.
I will be tagging them below. You can go ahead and see their stories for yourself. The entire point of this was to hold somebody accountable who has...
Okay, she's not
large,
Spinal. You don't know what objectively mid means. That you're like beyond retarded.
Female, very young following. By
Spinal, you would castrate yourself for the chance to even like touch this
women,
woman's hand. Be serious.
This is evidence otherwise.
Objectively mid.
This isn't for clout. None of us are doing this for clout. This is to show you unacceptable behavior by somebody who has portrayed themselves to be someone that they are not. And to warn the young girls on this app to be really careful about who you talk to. Please go follow and watch.
Wow, epic stuff. Wow. This guy's evil. I totally agree. Look, I totally tuned out for some of that. If he's telling people to cut off their friends, that's bad. That's not a good sign. That's a very bad sign. That's what I'll say, but we don't have any proof for that, so I don't know. Another woman who claims to have known Harry for years, since they were teens, has come forward. She says that Harry is predatory and manipulative. He's been doing this for a very long time. She also stated when she first came forward that no one believed her. We believe you, Hannah. Rest in power. Rest in power. Let's hear it.
And also, any person who has been a victim of this certain political TikToker, I am always available to talk. If you need support or just somebody to talk to, I'm here. I'm gonna try to get through this without crying. I'm mostly crying because I'm really proud of all of these girls for coming forward, because I know how manipulative and conniving and overall dangerous this political TikToker is.
True.
And for so long, because I've been talking about...
Evil, conniving, dangerous, manipulative guy, I agree. Very sick in the head, very evil guy. Look into that Dean Withers guy too, actually. We need to be... It's all well and good holding Harry Sisson accountable. We need to be thinking about the next step. Full auditing of all of Dean Withers' relationships. Family, friendships, girlfriend, ex-girlfriends, anyone he's got added on Snapchat, anyone on Instagram. I want ages. I want their full chat logs. We need to look through everything and find anything we can get Dean Withers on.
Him and his disgusting behavior for over a year now. Nobody believed me. You know, I had a few people that obviously did.
Yeah, I wonder if Dean Withers has ever so much as given an Uber driver a negative rating for experience that didn't justify a negative rating. If he has ever falsely refunded a Deliveroo order, I want to know. I want to know every wrong this guy has committed in his entire fucking life. And we will air it all out.
Yeah, it was never taken serious. And like, above all, I'm pissed because he is the same fucking guy that's gonna end up in the fucking political hierarchy that has all of these allegations but has too much power within to ever be actually taken down. That's
True.
Exactly where he's headed,
and
he's
this
been
guy for he's like the next
there
Epstein.
for so long.
It's going to be like Jeffrey Epstein if we don't stop him. People like Harry Sisson and Dean Withers are going to end up like Jeffrey Epstein if we don't take action now.
Who's known him since I was 18, and we were incredibly close. We met in person a few times. I really don't care if he makes an apology. I don't care if he takes accountability. I don't care about all that because it's going to be fake, and I can promise you that.
True, he's an evil Skinwalker. He's not capable of true human emotional, honest expression. Like look.
I was born in Singapore, and I lived there for only like a year, and then I moved to Dubai, and I lived there for 5 years, and then I moved to Dublin, Ireland. I lived there for around 9, so that's pretty much where I grew up. And then I moved to the United States and went to high school here, and now I'm going to college here.
Disgusting Skinwalker. Disgusting Skinwalker.
Gaslighting everybody. He's an incredibly sick individual, fairly perverted.
True.
And he's been getting away with this for so fucking long.
I'm standing with her, okay?
It got to a point where it was just too exhausting to even try to, you know, put stuff out. I am really happy that it's gaining traction now. And I think she worded it perfectly. The woman that I stitched, it's like these champions for women, right? And the idolizing of these men that care about women.
Sick individual, this Harry Sisson guy.
It's just a ploy to try to get into their pants. You know, it's not like I could go through everything that he has done. I could probably make a freaking novel.
Please do. Please tell us.
On it.
I'd love to know everything he's ever done.
And if you want, I can talk about...
Every strange sexual fetish he's ever displayed. Every embarrassing moment he had in high school. Please, tell us. I would love to know.
Some of them that I remember. Some of them I can't talk about because I'm legally not allowed to do so. Or it's legally a bad idea for me to talk about it.
What terrible stuff is this guy doing?
But I do want to say to this woman, thank you so much for coming forward. I didn't have strength for a while to be persistent on this, and you gave me that back. Thank you. And to all of the other victims, again, I'm always here.
So, I mean, there's no evidence there. We don't know that any of this is true. But it's funny. It's funny. I would love to know more. Last night in the space, we held the girls to give a platform, share the stories. She clarified everything. Harry Sisson worked for a young man named Camel Maroon. According to Hannah, Camel was coaching and potentially grooming a 14-year-old autistic teen in Australia. According to Hannah, she informed Harry about Camel's behavior. Harry acted as if he was appalled and said he was going to report the issue to the FBI. Once he said those things, Hannah was happy and said, "Okay, I'm glad we can be friends again." Harry then immediately asked Hannah for nudes. However, Harry lied. He did not report the issue to anyone. He stayed silent and continued working for Camel. We're not accusing Harry of a crime. It's important everyone understands that knowing of a crime and not reporting for your own benefit is considered a crime in itself. At minimum, I hope it's investigated. Receipts. What are the receipts here? Protecting pedophiles. I hope so.
Shall we? So before I get into these around 50 screenshots providing evidence and context for anything that I have said, I do want to reiterate something just for even more context. I met Harry in summer of 2020. We were both kind of like the original political TikTokers, and we were on the Dem High Pass, which was a huge political TikTok account. Our relationship has always been friend-based. However, when I did go to Jersey to visit my aunt, he has a summer house there, so we did hook up a couple times. So it was kind of like friends with benefits, but it was kind of established that if we saw each other in person, we'd probably hook up. But our conversations outside of seeing each other in person or whatever were never really like flirty or anything like that. So I was never under any sort of impression that we were exclusive ever. We never were like that. So my story is going to be different than a lot of these girls. Just putting that out there. So up until about maybe the beginning of 2023, I would have considered Harry one of my best friends. And let me know if you see a pattern here. But what really kicked that off was that he was the one recording my rapist when I called him and got him admitting to raping me on audio. Okay. Which was great, whatever. And then Harry started drinking. So when Harry started drinking, he started getting a lot more aggressively flirty. I apologize for my hand tremors. I can't control them. But if you want to pause and screenshot those.
Let me have a look here. I'm going to call back in a second. I may have alcohol liaising. I call back ASAP in a non-medical opinion. I think it's based on your speech and responsibility concerning me. I'm okay. DW, back inside your apartment. Okay. I said them to Harry. Alright. I assume it's him sending nudes or something. That's what we're seeing here. Harry's still working for Camille. Yeah, wait, actually, yeah, how do you know? Because I know, trust me. I just know, believe me. Okay, great evidence.
These are times in which Harry was getting obliterated drunk and calling, FaceTiming, and saying very sexual things to me. I didn't really care. You know, it's
we'll see what we're supposed to show. We need to see more
drunk words, sober thoughts. You get it. And then this is when I noticed kind of a shift in Harry. He started to gain a lot more attention, a lot more of a following, and he created a Discord in which it was a very exclusive Discord, and very strange, creepy people were allowed in the Discord. I was in it for a little bit, but I was like never allowed to talk in it. So
it's like my Discord, guys. Join discord.gg/Kuihman. Okay, great time to remind you guys if you're watching right now. Well, 380 people watching right now. 270 you haven't liked the stream. If you wouldn't mind, please moving your cursor, thumbs up and clicking it, or pressing a thumbs up on your mobile device. That'd be hugely appreciated. If we want to take your support one step further, you can donate directly through the stream elements link in the pinned chat message. You can also buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships to the channel randomly throughout the chat. Buy a super chat, which will highlight your message and read it on TTS, if it's over $5. Or buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF that'll be highlighted in chat and describe it to you. You can go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you. Okay, back to the allegations.
Somebody named Camille. Okay? I was advised not to, by my father, not to pursue an internship or a job with this Camille guy because my dad said he looked sketchy. Harry decided to go ahead and do so. And this is when I started getting messages.
Wait, are we actually the goal ends in 8 minutes. There's 8 minutes left on the goal. Guys, there's only 8 minutes left on the I will be happy goal. Quick, make sure to super chat with a teal super chat above to fill the I will be happy goal. Guys, oh my god. So important you fill the goal. Oh my god.
From a minor, whom I will not say the name, with autism.
I'll be sad. I'll
who
be
was
sad
also in the Discord. He was probably around 14 at the time. And he was sending me some concerning things regarding what
26,
Camille would send to him. Those are things I cannot show for legal reasons, but very much so did happen, and I contacted his mom, everything.
Thank you.
But you know who was working for him? Harry. And I told Harry about everything that Camille was doing. Here's the proof of that. This is a conversation between Camille and the minor in question. Camille texts him.
Yo, thank you, Rogs, for the $5. Huge appreciate it. Thank you.
Why do they know so many details then? Why do they have screenshots? And in those
same FFS, it didn't read out for some reason.
Text, you will see him.
I think it might not be enabled on this scene. Whoops.
Saying he's going to lose a business partner, aka Harry. Now Harry would respond with, yeah, that's super messed up. I won't work for him anymore. That's crazy. And then I got this message from the minor saying that Harry still is working for Camille.
Yo, I think for $6.99 Canadian, someone somewhere. Huge appreciate. Thank you so much.
So I reach out to Harry.
Queen type guy says 26 years young. Problem.
And this is the conversation from that little debacle. And then it got to a point wherein I was seeing if I should be contacting the police because this minor happens to be based internationally. He's not in America.
You're 32, you're 26. I'm starting to think you're underage. Explains the haircut. Thank you, Kalora Vetler, for the $5. Thank you.
And I advise Harry that I'm doing so. And he starts advising me not to do so. Through FaceTime audio, mind you. But here's the conversation about him advising me not to do so. And if you...
Okay, so what happens down here? Why didn't let me see details? They have the screenshots. This is to Camille. So they wanted them. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. Why is Harry not answering me? I'm losing a business partner and play. This will cause serious legal issues. It's fine, Tony, not your fault. Wrong or bad, having it just looks really bad and can't allow it to continue. Raising quite offensive. First of all, chill out. It's insane for you to think that Camille's business partner might have a motive to protect Camille. That maybe a look in the mirror might suffice. No, I'm not going to chill out. What you've said here tonight is absurd, and you wouldn't even say it to me. You're sticking to texting. A friend, Harry, this is the first time you've reached out in months when you needed something. I'll call you after. I'll make myself a drink, thank you. It's saying Harry's still working for Camille. These just been saying conspiracy. Actually, by definition, you did provide me advice against doing so. Therefore, you advised not to take action. No, I did not. So what if I get parents' advice? You still advise against it? No, it's not true. I advised against that for Twitter, not for a police report. So you just totally misinterpreted what I said. This is something. You're making insane accusations right now. Like we're saying, it's insane. You've created this conspiracy in your head, and you won't even discuss it. It's true. Insane like Hannah. You don't know anything about Camille and this entire situation, nor do you know what Chris and I dealt with when it came to Camille. The idea I'd try and protect someone who did something wrong is truly ridiculous, and the idea that I would try to protect them with how he treated Chris and I is also something. Okay. This looks too convoluted, man. It doesn't look like there's good evidence. Yeah, this isn't him for me. I hate this Harry guy, but even I can't pretend that I give a fuck about this part. So, that ain't happening. Alright, where's the Twitter space? Has anyone got a link to the space? Thank you for the $5, Hick Fury. Thank you. What the hello? Hugely appreciated. Guys, we only need one more super chat to hit the goal. Isn't that crazy? You got 3 minutes to get one more super chat to hit the I will be happy goal. Absolute crazy stuff going on here. Yo, thank you for the $5, Venomous Villain. Hugely appreciated hitting the I will be happy goal. We are now insanely happy. We are crazy happy out here. Or says Parker responded. Yo, thank you Godspeed as well for the 5 Canadian bonus there. Happiness bonus. Thank you. My phone just went off. Nothing important. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lumpy Willie, as well. Thank you for the $4.99, saying, you look so cunnied out. He. Okay. Parker has publicly responded to the Harry Sisson situation on Discord. Hearing someone I used to consider my friend do think... Okay, so let's see this. Let's read this. Wait, Parker's disavowing? Hey everyone, I wanted to say I am so sorry for the way I've responded so far. Privately, I've been an emotional train wreck. And that's why I feel I haven't been able to go live or make any videos. See, this is what I mean. These guys deserve this. This is so deserved. This is so deserved. If you have built an audience, a career, that is thrown off the rails by your friend being outed for lying to women about how exclusive he was to keep getting nudes from them all, if your career is derailed by that, you deserve it. You deserve it. You have built a disgusting, wretched audience because you're a phony skinwalker. You have faked your way there. You have not been honest about almost anything. You haven't been honest about who you are. You haven't been honest about who your friends are. You haven't been honest about how men are. You haven't been honest about, like, dating dynamics and the way men and women interact. You haven't been honest about any of this stuff. So you've built up an audience that lives in a fiction. And the moment that fiction's stripped away from them, they hate you. Which is good. They should hate you for that. They should hate you for that. Because you are a wretched skinwalker. You are a reptile. You are fake, and nobody wants you around. We're done with people like you. So let's keep reading this. Oh my god. Hey everyone, I just wanted to say I'm so sorry for the way I've responded publicly so far. Probably I've been an emotional train wreck, that's why I'm going to go live and make any videos. Hearing somebody I used to consider my friend do such things as what Harry has done has taken a deep toll on my mental health and my ability to trust people close to me. I'm not friends with Harry or Chris anymore publicly or privately since I've learned what they did. Dude, this is so fucking gay. This is so embarrassing. You're writing this about your friend being outed for lying to women. He lied to women. In, like, not even a particularly unique or egregious way. In, like, a way that pretty much any guy who's trying to fuck lots of women at the same time lies to women. And your life is thrown off by this. It's, like, totally... It's so embarrassing. Publicly or privately, since I've learned what they did. I hope you'll know I am not a different person in terms of who I associate with online as privately. I feel the best way I could represent what happened is to tell people to listen to what women involved have said. From talking with some people involved, it is informing things I very clearly would never associate with. Again, I just want to say I am sorry. It took me so long to say my thoughts publicly. Jaden's addendum. Any public conversations on the matter should preferably be done with the advisory consent and presence of the people involved, for the purposes of accuracy, accountability, and protection of private details and identities. Any live or videos done for the purpose of engagement farming, rage bait, or speculation should be avoided at all costs and or denounced. Accountability is the goal here, not views and momentum, and respect for the people involved must be prioritized first and foremost. Wrong, totally wrong. I will be rape reviewing it instead. No, I didn't even play it. Fuck. I've got, like, everything set up. I'm just not using everything.
It's rape review.
I've got everything set up, and it's like I'm just not using the tools at my disposal. Has anyone got the Twitter space? I need a link to that. Oh yeah, Bug sent it. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's just totally embarrassing. Like, Parker is living a lie. Dean is living a lie. Harry was living a lie. These people who are just, like, lying. They literally build up a totally fake persona. You see it even in this video. Totally fake persona they've built to just be Democrat influencers and nothing else. They're not real people at all. They are not real people.
I was born in Singapore.
And that's why they get torn apart like this. And it's deserved. I hate this, like, oh my god, the women are overstating the claims. The women are overstating... Dude, they're calling them, like, disgusting and shit. But they said what happened. They said what happened. If they get cancelled on the basis of factual claims about what happened, they deserve it. They deserve it. Yeah, you know, I know I wouldn't lose any fucking viewers. If it came out that I was lying to women, it's like, would I really lose many viewers over that? Probably like 10, maybe 20 people might leave. But broadly, no one gives a fuck because I haven't built up like an insane, like, standard for moral principle. But these guys are like non-stop, like, you're so weird for saying, you know, what is it? Your body, my choice. You gripers are so weird for saying that. You're so weird. This is why women leave you alone at the bar. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. Cut the fucking hand-wringing bullshit. It's insufferable. Totally insufferable.
And I lived there for only like a year, and then I moved to Dubai, and I lived there for 5 years, and then I moved to Dublin, Ireland. I lived there for around 9, so that's pretty much where I grew up. And then I moved to the United States and went to high school here, and now I'm going to college here.
Wow. Totally fake. So you're just like a total liar fake. Okay, makes sense. Alright.
For the extremely based anti-race science content last night.
Thank you.
Hello.
These are all going to play now because of switch scenes.
Be happy, smile.
Do an IRL stream of lying to women. That would be so based. Start the show just tightly just lying to women IRL. And I just like start walking up to women just telling them obvious lies. That'd be awesome.